Welcome everyone to another video in our Watlow F4T series. In this video, we will be covering how to run a profile from the demo project. If you have not viewed our previous videos, now would be a good time to go ahead and watch those videos. The link to the playlist is in the description below. Alright, so let's get started. And the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and navigate to the profiling page. So we have a lot of text on this screen, and essentially all it is trying to tell you is when it is best to save the settings of your profile using SpecView Recipes and when it is best to save them using one of the 40 internal profiles of the F4T. Our recommendation is to use SpecView Recipes in the majority of situations. Probably the only situation where you would want to store the profile settings in one of the 40 internal profile slots of the F4T is if you want to run the profiles from the front panel of the F4T. That means pushing the buttons on the F4T to set everything up and then running the profile. If you want more information on that, you can click on the profiling button and it'll open up a help page that will give you additional details. Also, we have a help page that outlines how to run a batch. You can click on that button and it'll open up the help page for you. For this video, I'm going to go ahead and use the 10-step simple profile page. However, the methodology still applies to the other profiling pages. So before I start to run my profile, I'm going to ensure that I am editing the correct profile or that I have an active profile in the F4T to edit. For looking at this page, it seems like this profile is not active, and I can confirm this also by going to the profile names page. SpecView is confirming if I want to go to this page because the F4T does not like it when we view all the profile names at once like we are about to do on the profile names page, but I'll go ahead and click yes. And as you can see, there is no active profile in the F4T currently. If there was an active profile, one of the square brackets beside the profile number would have been populated with a profile name. However, since there is no profile names visible on this page, I can confirm that there are no active profiles in the F4T as of right now. So let's go ahead and navigate back to the previous screen. And you might notice that the profile number that is seen here at the top left corner was randomly fluctuating for a bit there. And it has now changed to profile number 15. However, previously we were on profile number 1. And this is in part due to the F4T not liking us viewing all the profile names at once. However, now I'm just going to go ahead and change it back to profile 1 to ensure that we are editing the correct profile. I will go ahead and create profile here to ensure this profile is active. And you can see that the profile name has been populated with the default name of profile 1. So I know I have an active profile here now. I'll go ahead and add 10 steps to the profile by using the Add Steps button. So now I have 10 steps in my profile and I am ready to edit my profile or to go ahead and download a 10-step recipe into this profile. I already have my recipe prepared, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on Recipe Manager to open up the Recipe Manager to download our recipe. My demo recipe, I have two of them here. I have Quick Test and I have Warp Core's Demo. For the sake of time, I'm just going to select Quick Test and download my recipe into the profile that I've just created here in the F4T. So now my steps are all downloaded. I can go ahead and go back to my overview screen. And I can ensure that I am running profile number 1 because that is the profile I just edited and downloaded my recipe into. Next, I'm going to change my batch ID. Click on send, and that'll be my batch ID. And I'm good to go. I'll start off my batch here. And you can see that my batch is now running. I'm going to navigate over to the batch trend page so I can see that my batch is running as expected. I have a few chart notes here that mention when the batch started, and there might be other batch notes that populate. For example, when soak starts or soaks end, there will be batch chart notes that will populate the chart. So we'll just let the batch do its thing and come to completion. So we can see that the profile has now ended, and automatically it will produce a log report for us with data. So I'm just going to expand these columns here, and we can see all the values for the past 20 minutes that the profile was running. And I can exit out of this. And this is our chart. You can see that there are chart notes here that show that the profile was completed normally. Also, if you want, there is also in the project folder, which would be under SV3 demo projects, manufacturer demos, Watlow F4T Demo new. That's the project folder path. There's a subfolder called log files. You can find the CSV export there. Also, there is batch images. So at the end of a batch, the project will automatically take a picture of the screen at the end of the batch showing the process. And if I navigate back to overview, I can see here that my program mode is now completed normal. And that's basically how you would run a batch or a profile on a Watlow F4T using the new demo. I hope this video was informative. If there are any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information is in the description below. And until next time, thank you so much for watching.